Hi, Anshana here. The pandemic situation has given courage to many women to try their hand in business, precisely online business. So, how can we make home business into global? This is what we are going to discuss today in Pep Talk. I have Mrs. Vijay Lakshmi Subramani. She's a mentor, she's a coach, and above all, she is an entrepreneur for past 30 years. She is also the co-founder of Skills for Life. It's a research and training company. She is based in Singapore. So let's discuss. Welcome to Pep Talk. Welcome to the show, ma'am. It's a pleasure having you here.
Thank you, Anjana. It's actually more my pleasure that I'm here. Thank you very much.
Okay, so we live at a time when more and more women are finding the courage to come up to the world of business. Though COVID has restricted our movements in a great deal, but it has opened a wide world of virtual interaction, be it studies, work at home, or doing business. In your observation, which are the specific areas where you see more women are attracted to?
Women are actually multitaskers, if you ask me. So we can do so many things at one time. So I won't say women will be restricted only to doing entering into a business in a certain area. We are there everywhere, and you see any small home-based business also. If you even a small multani mitti has gained so much of online presence now. So that was just mummy's concoction she used to make us do and put it on our face, but that has worldwide acceptance, and it's selling like hotcakes. If you see any people online, you go to any online fashion beauty or any of these counters, you will find that multani mitti, a simple remedy for a dry skin or a oily skin. So when we can come out with these, when we do it at home, naturally we can go out there and sell it also. So all areas that I have seen basically is home based remedies, that is beauty. Then you have jams, pickles, everything is out there now. I don't have to go out of my house to get it. If I have a favorite auntie who's making pickles in Delhi, I have to just see if she's there on the Facebook, order it through her. And if I have somebody who's Kama, it's a very famous brand in beauty, and they went back to Ayurveda. They didn't take anything out of the something, they didn't pull out anything out of the box, something new, but they went back to Ayurveda to come into this, and they have scaled up very much globally, and they're one of the premium brands. It started as a very small unit based out of Coimbatore, but they have scaled up, so that is a global presence. If you want to, you can go up anything, beauty, homemade pickles or jams, breads, cakes, and even home decor. So you see, last 2 years or 3 years maybe, for Diwali you get those colorful rangolis which you can just patch it up and put it in the front of the house. You don't have to sit and painstakingly draw. So that is all home based. Nobody came out with the idea that it could be a big industry, but it is a big industry out of Gujarat. If
So
you
all
see,
you need to look around, and there is something to sell,
ideas
right?
galore. There are ideas galore. You just have to put it into a systematic process, evaluate it, and then go around, go ahead and put it into your global presence. That is all.
So what I want to know is, when we speak about going global, like what are the preparations to be done? See, if someone is planning to do something, maybe a talent or anything that you could find around, and if we are planning to do an online business, where is it that which is the point where you think of the global market? Do we need to have some sort of a training or preparation? Yeah.
Lot of information first. Gather information, do your research, and it doesn't take much time to go and research out. You can always take 5 ladies in your own group and ask them, okay, you research on this product, I do this. I know it takes a very simple method of evaluation. You don't have to go through your the full MBA process of Yes, it's the same thing, carving out your niche, identifying your target clients, and then going, global. But now we have lot of training on hand, we have free resources which are available, which can be, there are associations, even those, as CII has a women's wing, so they have a lot of mentorship programs. Even our skills, association, that is, National Skills Association, they have mentorship programs. They have, I think, grants also for, going online and becoming an e-commerce thing. So there are immense, resources available. We have to do little bit of research. I don't say keep researching for 3 months and then not come out with this thing. A 20-day research will yield you ideas that you can go for 5 products, or something like that. But yes, mindset, you have to have the right mindset. This is going to be a 24/7 work. It's not going to be 9 to 5, because at the back of the mind you'll always be thinking, oh, has the order been dispatched, has it been received, was it received in good condition? So that, yes, you have to have that mindset. So you just can't close it off, shut shop, and go back home, not thinking about the office or anything. So that is how, yeah, documentation process has become very easy now in India, especially if you want to do a online business and everything. Yeah, we have certain registrations which are essential. You go to any CA, you just sit with them for half an hour. He will explain to you everything, and he'll get it done for you at a very minimal cost. It doesn't cost you, earlier it used to be like 25 to 30,000 or something. Now you go and pay him the requisite charges, filing charges. So around 5,000, you can you can get all your registrations done at one go, and also see what platforms are available where you can sell.
All right, so this is not something that one need to be dreaded of. There is a lot
No,
of hand
not at
holding.
all, not at all.
Right,
You
right.
don't even need to have a website at times. You can just make a group on Facebook and start selling. Facebook has more resources now than before, and they want you to use it more and more, because they need more people to come onto Facebook.
Yes. So, ma'am, you have been a businesswoman for years. So, how would you evaluate the changes? Yes, of course, you said that it is much easier now. So, if I ask you, how was it when you started?
When we started, that would be around 3 decades back, So my step into the business, zone was very not planned. It came into because I was good at, networking, or, talking to people and getting things done. So that is how it started. But in those times, there were no mentors. You didn't have a mentor to guide you how to, go about this business. Nobody taught you how to identify your niche. Nobody taught you who are your target clients, or even the system that has to be implemented into the business to carry it forward. So these were not there. You go to an this thing online, you just type Google, what are the systems to be placed in, when you're building a website. It'll give you a flow chart of, what you have to look, what is the seller psychology, what is the color psychology, everything is there. There it was error and trial method. So we had to fall down, get up, start walking again. It was that way. If I had this kind of mentorship, yeah, I would have been in a different zone, definitely. But that learning experience has taught me how to go about, incorporating these, digital age, policies, and, the tools and techniques easily, much more easily than what I would have, not learnt if I had to do everything, given to me in a plate, So that is how it has been a great experience, learning experience for me. And I keep learning, yes. I always say I'm a lifelong learner. I keep learning what is there.
So, how did you choose your ventures, or did they choose you?
Yeah, they chose me first. Yes. My first company was into facility management. It came about very, very accidentally. MNC was setting up, shop in the city where I was, and they didn't know whom to go for, getting all the, regulations done or the compliances done. So, and I was at that right place. So that chose me, okay, I can get this done for you, this done. And I was not a great, and I wouldn't say I was a very seasoned business person at that time. All right, I can get this done for you. Okay. So at that time when this business chose me, I knew, okay, this is where I could step in. And it was also the need of hour because my kid was born. So going to work, leaving her, no support system was not the choice. So this came in at the right time, and I was there at the right place.
So that was how it started, and then
Yes, yes. And later, yes, when I chose my new businesses, I knew I was good in that domain and I had knowledge in that domain space. So once I had the knowledge, I knew I could implement it. It's like a 5-step system. You implement it, and you know how you can build your team, how you can take the marketing into it, and how you can go ahead. That is how. So the digital scene came about. That is my digital marketing scheme came about, because when you're based in Singapore, Singapore is very digitally forward, and they are very very good in digital space. So a lot of innovations they come out with, and it's for common man. Now we don't even have to go to any this thing. For common man, it's very digitally innovative. So use of digital payments, gateways, all this came about very I think about 7 years, 8 years back it should have been. So that is how I got into the digital space, and kept learning, and I saw how this could be implemented in India. So that is how we went. Of course, my back office is still in India. We have a very skeletal staff in Singapore, so all the back office work is done through India.
so you find much easier to do the business in Singapore? Like if we have to compare? Infrastructure, of course, it is.
Yeah, infrastructure is superb. Your everything, it's just a 1 hour registration for a company. It doesn't take you long. 1 hour your registration comes through, and you can go, you're on all right. You can just start working, and then you have the regulations that govern your filing or your accounts. Everything is there. You don't have to step out of your how home to get those done. Everything you can just do it online. So it's very easy to do business. It's very transparent, and
So now it is training. You are into training.
yeah, now we have stepped into the training zone. And yes, this came about because when over the years we have been interviewing people, looking at people, trying to build a team that can really be very cohesive and be aligned with the objectives of our company. So a lot of times I have seen youngsters will just walk in. हाँ मैम, आपने बोला था ये पोजीशन ओपन है. आई हैव कम फॉर दैट इंटरव्यू. Have you even researched what is the job profile that you require? Do you meet any of the criteria? Let alone all of it, any of it. No, they'll just walk in with a backpack and say, wearing chappals and one chudidar and that, leggings. So yeah, these were like, these were a no for me. If you're going for an interview, please be, the attire has to be, and you don't have to be very to the point, at least something that is, formal, a little formal, So that was how, and the gap between the expectation and actual job, what has to be done, there was a vast difference. People were not knowing what they need to do in that job, and actual skills that they need to execute that job was not there. So over the years I've been training people to get my team in place. Training became a very essential part of that, without which I would not have a team. It would be like, every 3 months I would have an attrition level of 10 to 12%. So that was, in order to avoid all that, I said, okay, let's train the people to get them on the same page as us and see if we can, form that cohesive team. That is how the skills came into being, because I know people need training. They have it in them, they don't recognize it.
Yes.
So that is how we have to bring it to fore. Okay, you're going for a job, what is your skill, you have to admit, yes, this is how I've done this. Like if you've worked in a team, worked in this team for so many, and the output was so much. No, what was your contribution to the team? How did the team manage that in order to get to their goal. So that these aspects are very ignored by both recruiters and the people who interview go for the interviews. So yeah, it's a both ways. So very difficult to implement it, yes, but we're getting there.
All right. Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much for your time
Thank you.
and wishing you all success for this new venture.
Thank you, Anjana. Look forward to seeing you again.
Yes, ma'am. Sure.
Thank you.
Pleasure
Bye-bye.
talking to you. Keep watching Pep Talk.